anytime we talk about Clemson, there isn't a whole lot of introduction necessary. I think everyone knows, about their reputation. For you this week, facing that offense, just how exciting is it for you, having transferred into BC, to be able to go up against the number one team and be able to go up against an offense with that many weapons?
Obviously it's always exciting, playing good competition, but I think this week, we're really trying to focus on ourselves like we did last week, not necessarily focus on the other team as much, and just make sure we have everything under control, penalty wise, scheme wise, and all of that. So just looking to focus on ourselves this week.
Go next to Rich.
Yeah, it looks like their interior offensive line looks big and experienced. Just talk about the guys you're going up against.
So I actually think they lost a lot of guys from last year. They are. I actually don't think they're quite as experienced, but obviously Clemson's got some good talent. They're going to be some good players, but we face good players every single week. So again, it's all just going to come down to how we can perform ourselves, and how we can lock in, stay focused in this game, and throughout this whole week of practice.
Go next to Trevor.
Hey, Luke, more along those lines. I understand the appeal of just, focusing on yourselves and trying to do everything you guys can, but it is Clemson. I mean, do you feel like there's a difference this week, or is it pretty much just a typical week in your eyes? Do you really feel like it's just any other week, or is it kind of different than usual?
Honestly, it really is kind of just any other week for us. I think all the good teams need to be trained to not focus too much on your opponent. So I think that's going to be a testament to us, not to be focused on the brand we're playing, but on the players that we're playing. Not the name on the front of their jersey and on the side of their helmets. Just there's guys just like us. They put in work just like we do, and I think it's just going to come down to us being mentally prepared and physically prepared.
Go next to AJ.
Let's take a step back into last week's game. You had that big play against Georgia Tech. I would love to ask you about that. It was hard to see on TV what was going on. It was just a big pile of players all around that ball, and then all of a sudden the ball popped loose. Can you give us a little bit of a play-by-play, what happened in that pile, what you did to kind of strip the ball loose?
Yeah, so I just kind of came free, shed my blocker, and kind of stood him up. I was kind of coming from a side angle and stood him up, and then there was kind of a big surge of guys that started kind of pushing me. I tried to reset my feet, and then I had my hand on the ball, and I was trying to rip it out, and honestly, it didn't really feel like I ripped it out. Like I thought I had my hand on the ball, and when I ripped, didn't really feel like I got it out. But I looked behind, I looked behind me, and all of a sudden we're going down to score, and honestly, I thought it was coming back. So I just kind of thought there was no way that the ball came out before he was down. But obviously they reviewed it and gave us a touchdown. So it was a fun play for us.
Go to Dan.
Look, just looking down the depth chart on Clemson, the amount of guys in 6'3", 6'4", 300 pounds on the offensive line. I know you face a lot of those guys throughout the year. They're just big guys, especially interior line. But what did they do necessarily that jumps off the table for you, and what are you going to have to do to get on the other side of the line against them?
I think they're a pretty disciplined team. Not too concerned about the size of the guys. I mean, we've North Carolina, probably the biggest offensive line we'll really face. But as far as they go, I think they're a disciplined team, well-coached team. I think they really stay on their double teams real hard, and so that's especially for the interior guys this week, that's going to be a big thing for us. Is just really coming off the ball, holding our gaps, taking 2 blocks at a time, so the backers and all those guys can come free.
Luke, that looks like that's all our questions for you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Guys.
We are not going to have Alec today. He has an appointment, so